All right, so welcome back to part two of what is an automated perpetual marketing funnel, which we've talked about. It actually has more than 133 steps, but I can't really fit too many more on this mind map. And we keep adding more every single month, but we're sticking with this mind map because it's the one it's so tiny you can't see it anyway. But there's 133 steps to double your sales. Let's talk about the social power cluster. Let's talk about YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, WordPress, the one, two, three, four, five, the Pentagon, the social Pentagon. I guess I would call it. So Yelp, Facebook, and Twitter, as of this video, have over 1.3 billion members combined. That's more than a lot of countries, including the United States, obviously. Now let's take a look at Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, a lot of people say, why should you be on Twitter? Twitter is great if you're trying to generate local traffic to a business website or a business event. Twitter is great for geo-targeting people in your community. Twitter is really, really good for monitoring the conversations going on about your business or your product or your service or your category. So you should have Twitter searches that automatically run and email you what people are tweeting about. Those are free to set up. You should have Twitter. You should use it to participate in the conversations going on. So, for example, you can do something called newsjacking, which is a really good book by my friend and colleague David Meerman Scott about how to hijack news stories for your own marketing purposes. For example, this will date this video, but there was one a week or two ago before I shot this so we watch what are the top trending topics on Twitter. What are people talking about? And the number one trending topic of that day was Lindsay Lohan, of all people, had decided to sue the makers of the video game Grand Theft Auto. Now, for those of you who don't know, Grand Theft Auto is a video game where you want to be a thug and you sell drugs and you steal cars and you beat people up and just that kind of video game. And Lindsay Lohan sued because she said there was a character in the video game named Lacey something that was modeled on her. Now, in the video game, there is a video scene that takes place when you interact with the Lacey character where she goes in the car and goes for a ride with you. And in it, she has a conversation with you. And the conversation, she talks about how she's trying to escape. You find her in an alley. She says she's trying to escape from the paparazzi. She complains about her lame family. She tells you she's anorexic. And she says she's a self-involved idiot. That's what the character says. So Lindsay Lohan sued the makers of Grand Theft Auto, saying that this character was her and that she herself is a self-proclaimed, self-obsessed idiot, and that they shouldn't be violating her. She didn't even sue for libel. She didn't say it wasn't true. She said, this is me, and they're like stealing my image and my copyright. She said, this is me. So A, that's monumentally dumb. To stand up and say, this character says I'm a self-proclaimed idiot, and that's my slogan, or something like that. So she basically said, hey, they're copying me, not denying that it was her, saying this is me. I'm that person. So she sued them. So we newsjacked that story. And I got a Twitter alert, and I wrote a tweet linking to the article, and I wrote a tweet about how Lindsay was damaging her reputation again by suing, saying they were infringing on her own right to call herself an idiot. And who's managing your online reputation? Who's making sure that you aren't doing more harm than good when you talk about yourself or when others talk about you in social media and real media? And we got favorited by a whole bunch of people. I don't have the stats in front of me, but we got favorited, we got retweeted, we got shared, we got liked on Facebook. It generated, we got some interesting comments. And as of this writing, we have a whole bunch of new opt-ins because we used a trackable link. We have a bunch of new opt-ins to our website specifically from that. Now, I don't know if the people who care about our comment about Lindsay are necessarily our ideal customers, but that's an example of why you need to be on Twitter, because you can see what people are talking about and participate in that conversation. But you also need not the boring default Twitter backgrounds that they give you. You'll see mine has a banner which has a picture of $100 bills, a blurb about me, links to my Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and website. So that it has our USP on there, our website. So it's branded to us. You want to make sure that your Twitter is branded. You'll also see something really, really important. You'll see I have, as of this post, 7,932 tweets, and that is because we have apps and software that sync everything we do. So for example, if I post something on Facebook, it also goes to my Twitter, it goes to my LinkedIn, it goes to my blog. So I don't have to write 20, it goes to my Pinterest. I don't have to write 15 different posts every time. I don't have to sign in 12 different places. The other thing you want to think about is each media is different. So you don't want to some like text obviously will work as long as it's under 140 characters. But if you're doing images, you want to have different images on Twitter than you do on Facebook than you do on Pinterest because they're different media and they're being accessed different ways, and you want to optimize for each network. But at the bare minimum, you should be posting to all of them and use an app that helps you with that. When you want to get more sophisticated, you want to customize the images for each network and have a company like us, obviously, as we shamelessly self-promote here, have us do that for you. LinkedIn, world's largest business-to-business social network. LinkedIn is more professional-based. LinkedIn has higher income and higher income demographics than Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest. It has higher education levels than Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest because, again, it's solely professional. Now, I'll give you a couple free LinkedIn tricks right now. People will try and connect with you on LinkedIn, but they can only connect with you if they have your email address. That's LinkedIn's attempt to remove connection spam, where everybody friends everybody, like they do on Facebook. So if you want to make it easier for people to connect with you, you'll notice in my profile, my first name, I actually did my first and last name. And my last name is my email address. So that this way, instead of it saying Seth Greene, it says Seth Greene, Seth at marketdominationprogram.com. Everybody instantly has my email. They can email me directly or they can connect with me. So I'm making it easier to connect with me. And then you'll notice that your byline is our unique selling proposition, along with it's a little keyword stuffed because LinkedIn gets indexed by Google. So my tagline, which a lot of people put like their title, it might say account manager or whatever it is. I changed for SEO purposes. It says double your sales in 12 months guaranteed with the fastest growing direct response marketing firm in the country. So now that LinkedIn profile is indexed for double your sales in 12 months guaranteed. It's indexed for fastest growing direct response marketing firm in the country, and it's indexed obviously for everything else. So also in your profession, when you list where your current job is, if you are a business owner, I'd list your website first and make it the HTTP link, because if you just put www that isn't hyperlinked, it doesn't count for Google SEO. But if you put the HTTP, that link comes from LinkedIn, and LinkedIn obviously is a PageRank 1 website, so a link from LinkedIn counts more than a link from, say, Joe's Pizza. All right. Let's talk about video and article marketing. Let's talk about managed pay-per-click marketing, and let's talk about mobile marketing. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. They get over 300 million visitors a month who watch more than 2 billion videos. Now, 7 years ago, I would have told you, don't bother. I would have told you everyone's going on there to watch stupid videos of cats rolling over. It's not that way anymore. YouTube, those people are going there looking for reviews and information and how-tos, and they're doing research. My kids learn everything now off of YouTube. It's fascinating and scary. It's funny, my son right now is 7 and he's obsessed with a computer game called Minecraft. And the other day, in Minecraft, it's a world and you build stuff. And he builds, he's like, Daddy, I figured out how to build a cannon. And he had crafted a cannon and managed to put stuff in it and fire the cannon off. And now I've played Minecraft to bond with my son, and I built a house. But he built a cannon with moving parts. And I said, how did you figure out how to do that? That was really creative. He's like, oh, I learned it on YouTube. My daughter watches doll reviews, American Girl doll videos and Lala Loopsy videos and Barbie videos all the time on YouTube. And it's so funny, for her last birthday, my wife was asking her, what kind of party do you want? What kind of cake do you want? And Ella says, I forget, I want a Barbie cake. And my mom, and Rebecca says, you want a cake with a picture of a Barbie on it? She says, no, no, no. And she goes to her phone, pulls up the video, hands it to my wife, and says, I want this cake. And it was literally a video of how to make a cake in the shape of a Barbie that she had been watching. And my wife made the cake. Um, it's incredible. The other day, I had a home repair issue. And for those of you who know me personally, you know I am not mechanically inclined at all. And our kitchen sliding door was stuck. It was off the track. And I was banging around trying to fix it before giving up and calling the repair guy. And I was frustrated and I was probably muttering to myself. And my son goes, uh, Daddy, why don't you just do what I do? And I said, okay, what's that? He said, just go to YouTube. And I said, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? And I typed into YouTube how to get a sliding door back on track, and there were tons of videos on how to do it by local businesses there was a local handymen and door places where they showed you how to do it and then said, of course, and if you're having trouble, give us a call. And I ended up having it fixed by a handyman because I couldn't do it, even though I had a video. But he generated a sale. That's what people are doing. That's what YouTube is all about now. So YouTube, you've got to have a channel on YouTube. So just like Twitter, you don't want the boring default white Twitter background. You don't want the boring default white YouTube background. You can make an actual YouTube channel that reflects your brand. This is helpforseniorswny.com, one of our clients. You can see we've got their logo, their colors, their website, their phone number. So it makes it a lot easier for people to, it looks professional. It's a lot more easier for people to find them off of YouTube than if it was white and said nothing. This is one I have two different YouTube channels. I've got a total of, I think, 65,000 people on there who watch my stuff. And if they're like you, they're business owners or entrepreneurs or sales professionals who want to grow their business. Those are our ideal customers. For example, there's, as you know, if you've seen my story, I started out in the financial services space and have a ton of videos that are specific content for financial advisors. Well, if you searched financial advisor marketing, our number one keyword for that niche, you'll see I 6, 7. I have 8 of the first 11 videos on the first page of YouTube for financial advisor marketing. Now, I own that I pretty much own that keyword in financial advisor marketing, and we get customers every single day from YouTube from watching those videos because they're out there searching for a solution to their problem. They see my video, they click the link, they go to my website, they opt in for our free video series, they go through it, and they buy. You should be doing the same thing. So what is pay-per-click marketing? So pay-per-click marketing is one of the most innovative things to come along to marketing in the last 20 years. And on the left side, you see Google pay-per-click. So I did a search for mortgage broker, and you'll see these yellow things. It says ads. Those are Google pay-per-click ads. This is how Google makes its money, by the way. Google's not a search engine. Search engine is just a way to get you in the door. They're an ad agency. They sell ad space based on your search results. So these 3 are ads, and this all the way down the right-hand side are ads. Now, Wells Fargo pays nothing for this ad to be here, but if I click the ad and go to their website, they pay for that click. That's pay per click. You only pay for the people interested to go to your website. That's Google. This is Facebook pay per click. So you will see Facebook pay per click. These ads right on the right-hand side are ads. And there are ads in the news feed, and those ads are how Facebook makes money. They're not a social network. They're an ad agency using a social network as an excuse to serve up ads. So this is a campaign for Help for Seniors. You will see we got 6,701 people to see their ad. We got 65 of those people clicked on their ad, and they spent $62. So they spent almost $1 a click. But those ads were run in front of highly targeted people. These ads, his ideal customer for Help for Seniors is a 45-year-old woman, professional woman in Western New York who has a parent with Alzheimer's, dementia, or other physical issues that needs help, and the 45-year-old professional daughter doesn't have as much time as she wants because she's got a husband, kids, a career, and parents who need help. So she outsources and hires help for seniors WNY to help with her parents. So those are exactly the right people. Those are exactly the right prospects for him. And he will happily pay $1 a person all day long to get an interested lead of someone he can talk to. This is an example of one of those ads. So this was an ad that had a picture of a cartoon of the 45-year-old woman pulling her hair out, and it says, "Does mom seem different this holiday season? Click here for help for seniors free video series on caring for your aging parents." So again, this ran around holiday season when you go visit your mom and dad and you say, "Oh, maybe mom's not taking care of herself as well as she should have. There's dishes in the sink for 3 days. She's not eating as much. She's forgot to take her meds," etc., etc. Let's talk about mobile marketing. I guarantee you've probably got one of these in your pocket. 91% of Americans have mobile phones, and most of those are smartphones. There are 152 billion mobile text messages sent each month. My wife, I had to get the unlimited plan. It's funny, if you look at my text messages, I send maybe a couple hundred a month. And that's to clients and prospects and people and my wife is probably my number one texter. But my wife sends like 3,576 messages a month. I figured it, I think it's 10, 15, 20 a day. That's a lot of how she communicates with her friends. So you got to be there. You got to be showing up there. 90%, this is a stat from the carriers, not from me, 90% of text messages are opened and read within 1 minute of receipt. Think about that. If I could get my email open rate to 90% in the first 60 seconds, I could retire. 90% of text messages. So if you think about it, why is that? It's because the text messages you're getting are from your wife, are from the person you're meeting for lunch, or from somebody you know. If you start getting 100 text messages a day selling you Viagra, then that number is going to drop. But because so few businesses are text message marketing, it's wide open. So this is a mobile marketing follow-up sequence. This is one of ours. So you text in to get a free analysis of your website, and this takes you through the video series and setting up the appointment and all of that stuff, all delivered via text. So you'll notice this software, look at my open rates. Now I don't have 90% because again, this is marketing. This isn't, honey, can you pick up milk on the way home? But 35%, 55%, 46%. I mean, that blows away anything I can do in email. Because again, nobody's doing it yet. Podcasting, Web 2.0 sites, social bookmarking sites. So what's a podcast? Well, iTunes would be the 800-pound gorilla of podcasts, has more podcasts than any other place. Excuse me while I have some water. And Apple has over 1 billion podcast subscribers. Those are people who have signed up on their phones and said, yes, send me a push notification every time this company puts out, or person puts out a new episode, and download it to my phone so I can listen to it or watch it. So a podcast can be audio or visual. So you can have an audio podcast, which is audio only, which is like having your own radio show. Or you could have a visual podcast, which is like having your own TV show. You can have a podcast. Your podcast can be free, or you can charge per episode for people to get it. Now, obviously, you've got to have the marketing and the content to justify why people should pay for it, because there are so many free podcasts. I would start with a free podcast if I were you. I have my own. Go to iTunes and search for Seth Greene, and you will find the Ultimate Marketing Magician Direct Response podcast, where we have some really cool interviews with some really cool thought leaders in the field of business and marketing. I just recently wrote a blog post on how to set up a free podcast on iTunes. And literally, you can have one for free. You can set it up for free. And let's see here. I use 2 apps to do my podcast. If I'm just recording audio, I will use Hokusai, Hokusai, to record that audio, and then I upload it to Podomatic, which uploads it to iTunes. Or if I am doing a phone interview, I use an app called Call Recorder, and I will call the person with the Call Recorder app. It tapes the phone call, and then I will upload that MP3 to Podomatic, which uploads it to iTunes. It's easier to use a service like Podomatic to upload to iTunes than to, for me, I find it easier than to try to integrate an RSS feed or upload directly to iTunes. So that's my own 2 cents. Podomatic makes it really, really easy. What's a hub page? So if you know Seth Godin, he's one of the people I follow, a marketing thought leader who sold his first company to Yahoo for like $1 billion, and then started his next company is called Squidoo, SQUIDOO.com. Go to Squidoo. It is a hub page. A hub page, so Squidoo has like millions and millions of pages on it. They're called lenses. A Squidoo page is called a lens, and you can have as many lenses as you want. And a lens is basically a free web page. So you can have a free one-page website, and you can have as many of them as you want on Squidoo. So why would you do that? Well, Squidoo has millions of lenses and tons of content, which make it a PageRank 1 website. And every lens you create, you can link back to wherever you want, like your website. So I could create 10 lenses on different marketing topics, write a couple paragraphs about write a couple paragraph or a page article about marketing with the keywords I wanted to rank for. I could link all 10 of those lenses for the same keyword or for different keywords to my website. So if I wrote 10 lenses on direct response marketing and linked each one to my website for the keyword direct response marketing, I now have 10 PageRank 1 links to my site for the keyword direct response marketing, which is going to make my site rank higher for direct response marketing. And it's free. So that is the point of Squidoo and there are lots of other hub page sites. Squidoo is just the biggest. So this is an example. I searched Squidoo for marketing. Here is the first article is 7 auto follow tools for Twitter marketing. That article is an affiliate link to TweetAdder, which is a software program to use for Twitter marketing. So this person who wrote 7 auto follow tools for Twitter marketing is an affiliate of TweetAdder, and so obviously there's a link now. But anyone who searches that, clicks on that article, clicks the link, and then buys TweetAdder, that person gets paid a commission. So that's why you can use it for affiliate marketing as well. What is social bookmarking? Okay, so on your web browser, whether you're using Firefox or Chrome or, God help you, Internet Explorer, you have something called a bookmark. And that's where you favorite a web page. You say, save this web page. I want to be able to look at it later. That's called favoriting or bookmarking. Social bookmarking is a directory of people's favorite bookmarks. So you can install Dig, for example, which is a free on your site, on your web browser. And then if you're searching the web and you say, ooh, I like that page, you can bookmark that page. Not only will it save it for later for you to go back and look at it, but it will post it to Dig and say, Seth Greene likes this page. So it tells the rest of the world on Dig that I like this page. And then people vote for it. You see the little thumbs up, thumbs down? So if other people favorite it too, and they all look for it, then it starts rising to the top. The more people that like a page, the higher it goes. So it's a way of sharing what you like with other people and seeing what other people like, what other web pages they like. Why would you want to do that? Well, because if you liked your own site and got a bunch of people to like it, more people would see it. And again, the fact that all of these people see it is social activity that counts for Google. So you could get more traffic from here. You can get more links from here. You can get more exposure from here. And you can use this to do research because you can search and find what people like in relation to what you do. So I could search for marketing and see what websites people like for marketing. And then I could go look at, can I place advertisements in front of those people? Can I buy ad space on those sites where those people are going? Can I go find their Facebook pages and post there, etc., etc.? You sort of get the idea. So that's highlights of our 133 steps. I didn't include some of the stuff that isn't even on the mind map. Like you need an author platform. We help a lot of our clients write books without having to write the book. We interview them. We've got a proven interview process where we have specific questions we ask, we record that interview, we transcribe the interview, we edit it, and poof, we do the graphic design, the layout, and the publishing, and poof, you're an author and you've got a book. I have 3 books out already as of this video. I have 2 more that are coming out later in this month. I have written Financial Advisor Marketing Magic, Real Estate Marketing Magic, Cutting Edge Marketing Magic, and then later this month, Facebook Marketing Magic and Online Marketing Magic will be out. I did not physically sit down and quote unquote pound out those books. I took I Cutting Edge Marketing Magic. I interviewed other people, other marketing thought leaders, and it's a collection of those interviews and their best ideas. Facebook Marketing Magic. I have done a series of, I lead a direct response marketing mastermind group where we teach our cutting edge marketing secrets. And I have done many, many sessions on Facebook. I took the videos of those Facebook sessions, I transcribed those videos, I took the slides out, and I put the slides in the appropriate parts of the transcription, and that turned into 80% of the content for my Facebook Marketing Magic book. So you can repurpose my content. Seth Godin, who I mentioned earlier, has I think like 11 or 12 books, and most of his books are his blog posts. Like he writes a marketing blog every week, and or more often than that. And a number of his books are literally, okay, I wrote 52 blog posts. They were 3 pages each. That's 156 pages. There's a book. Most of his books are relatively short. So that's why that's one way he gets at least one book done every year. Is he turns his blog post into a book. So there are lots of ways to repurpose content so that you've got a book or multiple books, because a book is the ultimate business card. It's the ultimate lead generation. So that's part of our platform, but again, it's not on the mind map because we ran out of space. Stay tuned, because in the next video, I'll show you proof that our automated perpetual marketing funnel works. I'll show you other people it's worked for. I'll show you kinds of results they have gotten. And then I'll show you how you can get, on the video after that, I'll show you how you can get your own. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment below. Let me know you're out there. Ask questions. And look forward to seeing you on the next video.